My dear friends, what if I told you your deepest pain is a purpose, that the suffering tearing you apart right now, the grief, the betrayal, the unanswered prayers isn't random? You've asked it 1,000 times, God, if you're good, why does it hurt this bad? You're not alone. Millions are screaming that question today. Moms burying children, fathers losing jobs, families shattered by addiction. It feels like God is silent, but what if He's not? What if your pain is the starting point of a miracle? This isn't some sugar-coated sermon. This is real talk about suffering, why a loving God allows it, how to survive it, and the shocking truth about where He is in your darkest hour. If you've ever felt abandoned by God, if you've ever sobbed into your pillow at 3 a.m., this message is for you. Don't click away. What you're about to hear could change everything. Let's talk about why you're really hurting and where hope begins. Suffering is a mystery, but there are reasons. If you're looking for easy answers about suffering, I have to disappoint you. The deepest questions of human pain don't fit neatly into tweet-sized explanations. Even the Bible's most righteous man, Job, never got a direct why from God. When he demanded answers, God responded with questions of His own. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Job 38:4. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Some suffering will remain a mystery this side of heaven. But that doesn't mean we're left completely in the dark. Scripture gives us glimpses, like flashlights in a vast cave, helping us see partial truths about pain. First, we live in a world infected by sin's curse. When Adam and Eve chose rebellion in Eden, they unleashed chaos into creation like ripples from a dropped stone. Now cancer cells multiply, hurricanes destroy, and human hearts break, not because God desires it, but because we live in a fallen world groaning for redemption. Second, God values our free will more than our comfort. He could have made us puppets who never choose evil, but love requires freedom. When a drunk driver causes an accident, when a tyrant oppresses the weak, these are horrific abuses of the freedom God granted. Yet removing that freedom would make us less than human. Third, and this is hardest to accept, God sometimes allows what He hates to accomplish what He loves. The cross proves this. The worst evil, murdering the Son of God, became the greatest good, salvation for humanity. Your suffering may feel meaningless now, but God specializes in resurrection, bringing life from death, purpose from pain. Remember Joseph? Sold into slavery by his brothers, falsely imprisoned, forgotten. Yet he later told them, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." Genesis 50:20. The same hands that hurt him became the means God used to save nations from famine. This doesn't minimize your pain. That divorce still devastates. That diagnosis still terrifies. But it means your story isn't over. The same God who spoke from the whirlwind to Job is weaving even your darkest chapters into a greater narrative. As C. Lewis wrote, God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pains. It is His megaphone to rouse a deaf world. Perhaps your suffering is making you into someone who can comfort others with the comfort you've received. Maybe it's stripping away false dependencies to reveal God as your only true refuge. Or possibly, like Job, it's deepening your faith in ways prosperity never could. The mystery remains, but so does this promise. We know that for those who love God, all things work together for good. Romans 8:28. Not that all things are good, but that God is working through all things. Even this, even now, even your pain. God doesn't enjoy our pain. Let's get one thing straight right now. God is not sitting up in heaven, cold and distant, watching your pain like some kind of spectator. He's not a cruel judge who enjoys seeing you struggle. If that's the God you've been taught about, no wonder you're angry. No wonder you've doubted. But that's not the real God. That's not the God who stepped into our world, who felt our hunger, our exhaustion, our grief. That's not the God who wept at Lazarus' tomb, even though He knew He was about to raise him from the dead. Think about that for a second. Jesus knew the miracle was coming. He knew the joy that was about to explode in that place. And yet, He wept. Why? Because your pain matters to Him. Your tears are not ignored. Your heartbreak is not trivial. Every single time you've whispered, God, do you even care? He has heard you. When Jesus was on the cross carrying the weight of every sin, every sickness, every broken heart in history, He didn't just suffer for you, He suffered with you. That's how much He loves you. He didn't send an angel to do the dirty work. He came Himself. He let the nails pierce His hand. He let the mockers laugh. He let the darkness swallow him so that one day it would never have to swallow you. But here's where we get tripped up. We think that if God really loved us, He'd stop every bad thing from happening. No sickness, no betrayal, no loss. But what if removing all pain would also remove our ability to love, to choose, to grow? What if faith wasn't meant to be a bubble wrap existence, but a deep, unshakable trust that even in the fire, He's there? I know that's hard to accept when you're the one in the fire, when the chemo makes you sick, when the divorce papers arrive, when the depression feels like it's suffocating you. In those moments, it's okay to scream. It's okay to demand answers. God can handle your anger. He can handle your questions, but don't walk away from Him. Walk toward Him. Because here's the truth, your pain is not proof of His absence. It's the very place He meets you most intimately. That thing you're going through right now, He's not ignoring it. He's not bored by it. He's not waiting for you to get over it. He's right there, closer than your next breath, whispering to your spirit, I see you, I love you, and I will never let you go. Honest with God. That plastic smile you wear at church, tear it off. God isn't impressed. The Bible's greatest heroes screamed at heaven. David howled, my God, why have you forsaken me? Psalm 22:1. Jesus Himself sweat blood in Gethsemane, begging for another way. Luke 20. Your rage, your doubts, your how could you let this happen? These aren't sins, they're sacred prayers. The only wrong response, silence. Second, hunt for divine fingerprints. That friend who showed up unannounced with groceries, that was God. The stranger who paid for your coffee when you were crying in line, that was God. The old worship song that played randomly during your darkest hour, that was God screaming, I'm still here. Start a God sightings journal, because hope isn't found in the absence of pain but in recognizing His presence within it. Third, do the exact opposite of what feels natural. Your flesh will scream, isolate, numb out, curse God. But resurrection always begins with surrender. When Job lost everything, he fell to the ground and worshipped, Job 1:20. When Paul was imprisoned, he sang hymns at midnight, Acts 6. Your most powerful weapon against despair? Radical obedience in the smallest things. Read one psalm, text one friend, help one person hurting worse than you. Here's the secret no one tells you. Your suffering is a sacred workshop where God forges unshakable faith. Every chemo session, every sleepless night, every tear-stained pillow is chiseling you into someone who can comfort others with the comfort you've received. 2 Corinthians 1:4. That thing you're enduring right now, it's preparing you to be someone's miracle. So tonight, when the darkness feels suffocating, do this. Whisper, Jesus, help me. Then open your Bible to Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Circle it. Claim it. And know this. Your pain isn't proof God abandoned you. It's the exact place He's meeting you most powerfully. The night is darkest just before dawn, but morning is coming. The hope of heaven. Here's the game-changing truth your heart needs to hear. This world is not the end. That pain you're carrying, it has an expiration date. The Bible promises a day when He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, Revelation 21:4. No more funerals, no more cancer wards, no more broken hearts. But heaven isn't just about what's removed. It's about what's restored. Every goodbye becomes hello. Every injustice is made right. Every why finds its answer in the presence of the one who suffered for you. Jesus' resurrection proves it. Death doesn't get the final word. Your suffering may feel endless now, but it's actually temporary. Like a mother's labor pains that fade when she holds her child, your struggles will fade when you see Jesus face to face. Until then, let this hope anchor you. Let it give you courage to keep loving, keep serving, keep believing. Because the story God is writing doesn't end in the valley, it ends on the mountaintop. And when you look back from eternity, you'll see how every dark chapter was leading you home. So here's the truth, my friend. Your pain is not the end of your story. It might feel like it right now. The nights might still be long, questions might still burn, but listen closely. God is not done with you. Every tear you've cried, every prayer you've whispered in the dark, every moment you've wondered if He even hears you, He has been holding on to all of it. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, you'll look back and see how the broken pieces were being rearranged into something beautiful. You'll realize that the very things you thought would destroy you were the things that drew you closer to Him than you ever imagined possible. Until then, keep going. Not because it's easy, but because you're not alone. The same God who walked with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire is walking with you now. The same Jesus who wept at Lazarus' tomb is weeping with you in your grief. And the same Spirit who raised Christ from the dead is living inside you, giving you strength for today and hope for tomorrow. So don't give up. Don't let the enemy convince you that your suffering is meaningless. It's not. Your story is being written by the hands of a God who never wastes a single moment of your pain. And when you finally see the bigger picture, when you stand on the other side of this trial, you'll understand why He allowed it. Not because He wanted to hurt you, but because He wanted to use you, to shape you, to make your life a living testimony of His grace. If this message spoke to your heart today, do me a favor, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs this hope. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and tap that notification bell, because here we're not just talking about faith, we're living it, wrestling with it, and finding light in the darkest places together. Thank you for watching, and remember, no matter what you're facing today, you are loved, you are seen, and you are never ever alone. God is with you, always.